All right, gearing up for the annual trip to see Santa at the mall. If you think the outing is tough for parents, think again. The Santaland Diaries tells the story of Crumpet the elf and his time navigating the season as an elf at Macy's.
Congratulations, sir. You are an elf.
Teaser.
Well, the show opens up tomorrow at the Loman Theater in Los Altos Hills through December 23rd. And joining me in studio, actor Max Tackes, who plays Crumpet the elf, and director Jeffrey Lowe. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks very much for having us.
I love Santaland Diaries because I feel like I lived it just this week. Family tradition, right? We pack up. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. 8-year-old still kind of believes. 5-year-old
right.
Definitely believes. And we go into the city and we go into Macy's, right? Holiday Lane. Everything, all the bells and whistles are there. It's great. It's phenomenal. And then we get to Santa. My kids are so excited. And then all of a sudden, I take this picture because in the background, there's no curtain. There's nothing. I mean, I feel like I'm at the Macy's distribution center right there. If you can see the couches.
Oh, yeah.
The walls. I mean, there's the backpacks everywhere. And I go up to the elf and I go, hey, can you put up a curtain? You know? And the elf, the elf's is like, no curtain, man.
It's the holiday
story. So
holiday
I come up
green
with a
room.
story. So am I one of those parents? You know, the disgruntled parent, because obviously the elf is like, come on, man, just roll with it. You know? But being in the spirit, I felt bad for the kids.
Right.
You know?
I mean, so long as they're having a good time, I guess it's all right.
It's all right. Were you guys both into Christmas growing up?
I think as much as any kid, yeah. I remember being unable to sleep for a few years there, where it's like every hour I would wake up to go, is he here? Did he come? Or is there anything under the tree yet? And then hearing footsteps later and going, oh, he's here. And I mean, it was...
What about you, Jeff?
I was always into Christmas, but I can't totally remember or gauge how much I believed in Santa. I think that it must have been anticlimactic when it was revealed that Santa wasn't real, because I think I was like, cool, but I still get presents.
That's all I care. This is all the idea, the light bulb of David Sedaris, who wrote this. How do you put his words onto stage, Jeffrey, as a director? What's most important for you?
Well, it's interesting because with anything that David Sedaris writes, although so funny and so witty, it's easy to land in a little bit of sarcasm and the dark humor that he tends to have. So what we were working with, Max and I, was making sure that we had that connection with the audience, and we really tapped into what is innate in the text, which is both his dark sense of humor, but in the end, his hopefulness and his love for Christmas, which is a lot of fun to have.
Right, because as someone who goes to see this, I don't want to see the disgruntled elf over and over and over again, right?
Right, for 70 minutes of somebody being really mean to you. That's not fun for anybody.
So for you, for you, Max, how do you portray Crumpet the elf here?
Yeah, I mean, it's like what Jeffrey said. We found places where he is having fun. Which it's easy to fall in the trap of he hates every minute of this. But there are times where it's funny and Crumpet can be enjoying himself, almost enjoying the irony of the situation or the absurdity of Christmas, like finding that to be more interesting than just disgruntling, you know?
You've played Crumpet before.
Yeah, we did it last year.
So do you play Crumpet differently, or what did you learn from playing last year that maybe you will do? We
learned where the traps were. That if you get stuck in, this can very easily be just flat sarcasm. The energy just deflates, and you have to try and build yourself back up. So there's a bunch of those little traps in the show, and last year we found out where they were. So it was just a matter of navigating them again and finding places where we can shift the tone to make it a little more hopeful in places and a little more fun.
Do you get it? Go ahead.
Oh, and I think it's funnier this year. We had our first preview audience last night, and we open tomorrow. And we found that last year there was a lot of places where the audience just exploded with laughter that neither of us anticipated.
Yeah.
So then when we
phenomenal moments, right?
Yeah.
So let this breathe a little.
Got to sit in that.
Yeah. And we sat down in rehearsal. We marked those moments, and we found a way to frame that so that way we allow the audience to enjoy along with us.
Why do you think this story has legs? I mean, it's been almost more than 20 years now.
Yeah, I think the Christmas season has only grown more exaggerated at this point. It starts now in September and continues on even past New Year's a lot of times. So I think just the Christmas experience has grown, so that retains some of its hold. But I think anybody can relate to service industry nightmares. I think whether you've waited tables or been a barista or had one of these seasonal retail jobs or not, you can relate. You can relate to these interactions.
Very good point. Yeah. But you have no actors to bounce anything off of. You're on your own.
Yeah,
so
it's me.
You got to bring it, Max. But I can tell you do.
Yeah, it's a good time. I have a puppet I get to work off of too.
Phenomenal. Well, you guys obviously work well together. Should be a good run this month in Los Altos Hills. We have ticket information for you on our website at ktv.com. Look for it in the web link section under the Mornings on 2 tab. You can also find it on the KTVU mobile app. Max, Jeffrey, thank you both for coming in. We'll be right back after the break.
Thanks very much.
All right.
Thanks for having me.